a travel day vlog to fly from Detroit to Paris. I'm kicking off a 1-month solo venture around Europe with Rail Europe, so I'll be taking the train to 8 countries all over, which meant my mom had to drop me off at the airport because of course I had to say bye. TSA always searches my camera bag because it's obviously very suspicious. Once I made it past the line of the Sky Club, I settled in and relaxed for a little bit, had some snacks, got some work done, the usual. But then the craziest thing that has ever happened to me at the airport happened. I received a call from the gate agent and she basically told me my seat on the plane was broken and they wanted to pay me to change flights. So I said yes. I had nowhere to be, and this feels like my flight was now free. This is the ultimate girl math. So they did switch my flight from Detroit to Frankfurt to Paris, but the layover I was totally fine with. And that's when I headed down the gangway and this whole adventure started to feel real. It was finally happening and I couldn't believe it. I did also book myself Delta One for this trip. So this was a bucket list moment in itself. I've never flown Delta One and I really had to pretend like I knew what all the buttons were for and exactly what to do. They did pass out champagne before the flight took off, so I had a little toast to celebrate this big adventure. We love celebrating around here. And then they gave us these little toiletry bags. I can't wait to show you what's inside later, but we also had slippers, pillows, a blanket, and everything you needed. We finally took off and it was a really gorgeous day to fly. They gave us warm towels. And then I did take a little moment where I went to the bathroom and just took it all in, celebrated, cried, and freaked out because this is the craziest thing I've ever done. I came back to some warm nuts and then it was time for our meal service. The toiletry bags did have toothbrush, toothpaste, lipstick, you know, the essentials. Had a nice little meal and then watched the sunset while I ate my ice cream with Biscoff cookies. So a win. I then decided it was time to actually sleep, so I opened up the lay flat bed and slept the rest of the way to Frankfurt, where we landed. It was absolutely pouring. We got on a little bus, which then drove us to the terminal, and we spent an hour going through customs, had to go through security, then sat in this room, took the stairs to another bus, and then finally made it to the plane flying from Frankfurt to Paris. It was a little bitty plane, so first class was literally just the front row. But good news, I saw my bag, so at least all my stuff is going to make it. We got full meal service on this flight, which I did not expect. Shout out to Air France doing the most. And then we finally landed in Paris. I cannot wait to take you along for the adventure.